Good morning. It's Monday, August 26th, and that means two things. Hey, I hope you had a good time at the Nailed convention. It was good to see you. I was probably awkward. I'm apologizing for that. A little. I'm always awkward. You'll get used to it. Anyway, it's also time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by KeystoneTech.com and the 8-foot Type B lamp in two options. We've got adapters for caps, so you can use it in a couple of different applications. It comes with a connector, so you can actually ship it in two 4-foot parts. It also comes with the classic Keystone Color Select, Power Select. It's light made easy. That's KeystoneTech.com. That is the link in the description, if you please. But let's talk news. Illinois is the 10th state to ban fluorescent bulbs. That will go into effect in 2026 on January 1st. Panasonic will be skipping out on fluorescent production in 2027. The IES has issued their progress report with 91 products being recognized for the society. The DOE has established a new energy-efficient revolving loan grant program, which means that 15 states, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands have got $66 million to spend to offer loans, which means they'll keep going over time. Granite City has bought Bar Electric. No details, but Bar Electric is a 32-location distro business based in Vermont. D.R. Horton has partnered with Streetleaf. This is a housing developer that will be deploying solar street lighting going forward. Capital has bought Bellicor. Capital is a decorative lighting brand. Bellicor is a mostly defunct online retailer. Zuma is expanding, adding 40,000 square feet of manufacturing and distro space in Los Angeles. We have 10 projects recognized by the IES. That is part of the Illumination Awards. LSI's CEO has sold a number of shares, 33,331 shares for a little less than $500,000. That deal went through. Q4 at Wolfspeed shows losses at $174 million. The Wild Mentorship Program is open for applicants both on the mentor side and the mentee side. And the first half of the year at LED iBond shows revenues up 151%. Get a Grip on Lighting talks to Paul McLennan and Jason Barassa. They are talking about lightbulbs.com. Leviton has hit their carbon neutrality goals ahead of schedule. Power Integrations has issued a dividend at 20 cents a share at the end of the month. We have a share buyback at Trex with 822,400 shares going back to the board. Another share buyback at Zumtobel, part of an overall trend. This is not quite 13,000 shares going back to the board. Canadian rail workers are back on the job. The strike has been legislated out of being a strike. Briefly, for now, we'll see how that goes. We also have some new revamps planned for U.S. Postal Service, which is to say they will be streamlining regional networks. It will slow down some mail. I don't know if you ship with USPS, but there you go. The American Society of Interior Designers has launched a new app. This will help you find products or designers. Food Lion is revamping lighting across the franchise, with the grocer spending $365 million across all those stores. We have a new Mr. Sparky inspection business in Texas that's up and running in Hempstead. Illuminating Concepts has merged with iMeg. This is a design studio joining a lighting design and procurement service. Bartle & Gibson celebrated their 80th anniversary. They're a Vancouver area electrical distro. They've been open since '44. In legal news, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has reopened a part of the Luminex v. Signify case. A judge will be reviewing the tribunal decision in the Menards case. TriStar has sued the Stephenville Diamond Airport. This is an international airport in Newfoundland, Canada. They owe $2.4 million in unpaid runway lighting retrofits, or that's what the case alleges. In rep agency updates, Shatter Shield has partnered with Langley in New England, and Palmetto State has been formed out of former staff from TNT Lighting Group. In events and webinars, you can save the date for IES 25. That's August 21st to 23rd in Anaheim. We have the next set of IES webinars, 3 talks planned between now and October 10th. We have 2 lighting events in Hong Kong this fall, the Hong Kong International Lighting Fair and the Hong Kong International Outdoor Tech Lights Expo will be running back-to-back from October 27th to November 1st. We have a full schedule ready for ArcLight if you're there on the 16th. In IoT news, the DOA has recognized ILS projects, part of the Better Buildings Initiative, naming 18 integrated lighting systems as excellent. Skice has partnered with Eglo with new connections in the EU market. Wiliot is adding AI to retail IoT, part of their RFID shelf and inventory products. Promotion, Jose Pichardo was on the Lighting Controls podcast. Schneider Electric has opted into Matter with their X series of devices. AT&T has partnered with Oracle. That'll be a new platform for their 5G IoT service. We have the University of West London getting smarter with new IoT wayfinding on campus so you can get to the lecture on time. Peachtree Corners in Georgia has finished up their 5G Smart City project using Juggano's Curiosity Lab. That switch got turned on last week. In R&D, we have optical meta surfaces, which are like meta mirrors, but better. And they will be boosting the performance of both Li-Fi, LiDAR, and other sensors and imaging tech. We have organic lighting completing a stress test. This is a specific kind of concrete embedded lighting that is ready for heavy traffic. Probably just decorative, but it might be used for wayfinding down the way. And melanin can be used to regenerate optical tissue, which might be a reversal for light-related chemi-excitation in your eyes, and that's nifty. On the dark side of things, starry nights are in fact good for your mental health. Black lights, the kind you use for parties, will trip your circadian rhythms. If you're a mouse, probably carries up to humans, we'll see in a while. Substance abuse is bad for your circadian rhythms, and your circadian rhythms, if disrupted, can be bad for your substance abuse. The Isle of Room in Scotland has officially been recognized by Dark Sky International as a sanctuary. Bruno Dunes State Park, also recognized as a park by Dark Sky International. An expert in circadian health has advised you to not raw dog your flight. Not because raw dogging means something differently entirely. I'm sorry, I'm not buying into this joke. It's a prank, I tell you. Raw dogging means something else. Don't look it up at work. But do drink water and, I don't know, nap on your plane. It's good for you. Jeez. The UAB has formed a light pollution lab. Dark Sky Wisconsin is a new chapter for the Dark Sky program. OSU has begun a study of bird strikes on campus and in the area. New Zealand is balancing satellite launches and dark sky rules. And lighting regs have helped glowworms in the UK. Lights Out Louisville has begun their advocacy for fall migrations. Ditto Summit County, Colorado. Ditto Bangalore, India. We have a new Nova data center opting for exterior lighting that respects their neighbors and their animals in the area with better exterior lighting. Jeanette's Pier in Nags Head has switched over to wildlife-friendly lighting. Moab, Utah is auditing all of their public lighting for retrofit. We have new street lighting in Oak Bay, BC, that is not in line with nearby Dark Sky Park requirements, so we'll see how that goes. St. Simon's Island in Florida is in need of turtle-safe lighting, and Hami in China hosted an astrotourism event. Also, you can get all this news again next week, but in more detail on the Restoring Darkness feed. Check that out. In horticultural news, Inberry is testing AI for strawberry greenhouses. NASA is offering $125 million to 3 deep space food teams. Greenhouses might be needed to save coffee. WSU is growing alfalfa in space. The main public utility will begin snitching on what might be illegal grow ops based on power consumption. New York has announced new sustainability regulations for cannabis farms, and the Ukraine is investing in growing microgreens indoors. In recommended reading, all these links on nailed.org and more. We have a case study of the G Hotel in Shanghai. We have a case study showing that 97% efficiency was reached with DCPOE at a school. Light pollution regs and where to find them. We have collaboration and hybrid work. We have the NLC for demand response. That's NLC Network Lighting Controls. You should stop buying RGB red, green, blue laptops. You should maximize your LED recycling, and you should examine controls for existing buildings. In local news, an old favorite of mine, dear to my heart, bad for everyone else, I should say, but those failed phosphors from Acuity, they have been found in Davenport, Iowa. That's right, their streetlights are purple, baby! There we go, just when you thought they were all cleaned up, we find some more. Las Vegas, Nevada has begun installing solar street lighting. Los Angeles, California has begun naming contractors to install lamppost EV chargers. We have new highway projects going in Riverside County, California. We have $1 million in grants coming to Nebraska. Van Buren County schools in Tennessee, they're all planning lighting retrofits. Cleveland County courthouses are beginning to retrofit interior lighting. CSD Industries has donated emergency lighting to Parsons, Kansas Police Department. Seattle is making progress on their lighting projects. We have new grants for streets in 3 Pennsylvania counties. We have the Public Utility of New Mexico declaring an energy alert, similar to the ones we saw in Europe last year. We have new grants for energy in 2 Nebraska counties. We have new recreational grants for Fort St. John in BC. Farmington Hills, Michigan will be spending $140,000 to retrofit a fire station. Rockford, Illinois, is home to a new casino, and that casino is home to a giant illuminated replica of Rick Nielsen's guitar. Rick Nielsen is the guy from Cheap Trick. Cheap Trick. In sports news, America's Center, home of the St. Louis Battlehawks, a football team, not a battle mech, not something from MechWarrior or video games or fun at all, is in need of millions in dome lighting repairs. Internationally, Queensland, Australia is making infrastructure spending an election issue. We have the ruins at Ephesus in Turkey adding lighting to create a night museum. It looks pretty cool. Signify is adding lighting to Indian villages on the border with Bhutan, and UK residents are being asked to curb energy use this summer as we get into the shoulder season. In People News, Dave Paymer is now the president and CEO at Eglo. John Gunderson is now part of US Lighting Trends. Josh Tamietti is now the president of CGS Lighting. Shannon Thomas has been appointed the VP of Marketing at Current. Chris Keffer has joined the board of Trex. Brendan Simeon, late of Lumen Pulse, is now the CEO of Billionaires Row, and the IES handed out their member awards. This is a big awards weekend for the IES, folks. And in projects or things or whatever, I don't know, the oddity zone, my favorite zone, we have the debunking zone. Wi-Fi was not invented in Australia. You can build a tiny version, a physical version of the game 2048 with just LEDs. This big LED board. It's fun. And you can create laser art based on Fordite, the stuff they peel off the paint floor at old Ford factories. Anyway, I've been Scott Walker. I want to thank you for your time, your attention, for liking, for sharing, for leaving a review. And I want to thank Espen and ETI and Light Efficient Design and Sylvania for backing this show on top of Keystone. Until next time, I've been Scott Walker. Enjoy the week. Enjoy your music. See ya.
Standing here among the crowd, and I belong. My family, they can see me now and hear my song. Whatever tomorrow brings, I've come home. I've come back around, I've come home. Healed from the inside out, I'm at home. 93 floods my mind with memories. I focus on the passing trees. I've had my time, cried it out, forgave the ones who made me doubt. Whoa. City line comes into view, sunrise on the blue. I'm happy to be next to you. Boston bound, I'll come around. Come back around, I've come home. I've come back around, I've come home. Here from the inside out, I'm heading home. Found my voice and I'm singing loud. Come into my home. Come back around, I'll come home. Yeah. Come back around.